Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up. And this is like my third take of doing this. The first time I did it, I didn't say everything I wanted to say. And the second time I did it, the lighting was just awful because it was pretty cloudy outside. So in the month of June, I read 3 books, which is not the best, but I read all these books in a week and a half, so I'm pretty proud of myself for reading all these books. Let's get in with the books. The first book I read this month is Avalon by Mendine Aronetti. This book is about a boy named Jeff who is part of a teenage group that steals spaceships for this guy. One day they get this job that involves them going in to the Belgrave, which is technically the Bermuda Triangle of space, because once you go in there, there's slim chances of you ever coming out. But the thing that Jess will get in return for this job is his parents' spaceship, which is called Avalon. But then he inherited some information that makes him question his loyalty. It's such a great book. It's a wonderful sci-fi and mystery. I really love the characters and how they just seem like one big giant family no matter what they have to go through. I gave this book 4 stars. It was really good even though I read this for most of the month. And sticking with the sci-fi theme, I read The 100 by Cass Morgan. The main reason why I read this book is because there's a TV series on Netflix has just been haunting me, but I didn't want to watch it until I read the book. This book is about 100 juvenile teens being sent back to Earth after a nuclear war to see if it's habitable. This book is told in 4 perspectives. The main character Clark, Glass, Wells, and no matter how many times I try, I cannot say his name. But this is just their perspectives of everything is going on, what's going on Earth, and also have a perspective on the ship. And one thing that made me love this book a lot is that just how everything was written and how the POVs were switching back from present to past. The POV on the ship and the POV on Earth, the POVs in the past, it was really well written. And the phone is ringing, and it's not for me. But I really enjoyed this book. I gave this book 5 stars. It's definitely really worth the read. If you've read the TV series, I highly recommend you guys go read this because it's so different from the TV show. I have seen half an hour of the first episode. I'm just not really interested in watching it. I'm not interested anymore. But Nadine, Bookish Nook, you should definitely go read this book like ASAP, like now. It's awesome. And the last book I finished just yesterday is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This book I just picked up on a whim because I've been hearing so much hype around it. Every time I attempted to read it, I just couldn't get through it. So finally, I didn't know what to read, so we decided I would read this book. It is about a girl named Alana who lives in a fantasy world of Russia, which I loved. I love Russia, and I'm really interested in fantasy too. That just sold me. In this world, there are these people called Grisha who have these type of abilities that can summon up elements, you could say, like fire, water, wind. There's this part of dark world that's complete darkness, and there's these type of man-eating creatures that live in there. One day, while passing through the fold with her best friend Mal, they're attacked by these creatures, and she is discovered to be a Grisha. She is sent off to the little palace to learn how to control her ability, and I really got hooked into this book. I was just really surprised on how well the characters developed. The new fantasy was really interesting. I really liked how the little palace was actually some type of school for Grishas to learn how to use their abilities. But this one actually had a theory to it, so I thought that was interesting. And I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I am so looking forward to the next book. Now the series is ending and I could just get them all and have them in my possession to read whenever I want. Those were all the books I read this month. I consider it really good because I read all of them in a week and a half. These are the books I read this month. Most of them fantasy, sci-fi. This was a really good reading month. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will have another video up, which is going to be my TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and until next time, goodbye.